So, dear colleagues, friends, fellow members of EUROSPINE, ladies and gentlemen, it is my greatest honor today to address you today as EUROSPINE president, as your president. The title of this address is 1 + 1 = 3. This may seem mathematically impossible, but in the context of what we achieve together at EUROSPINE, it represents a fundamental truth. When we work together, when we combine our efforts and expertise, we create something that is greater than just the sum of its parts and the sum of our individual contributions. Let me tell you what you mean. Think about any spine surgeon, think about yourself. You're skilled, dedicated, you perform excellent surgeries, help your patients. This is absolutely valuable work. But something truly remarkable happens when that same surgeon connects with our community. Suddenly they have access to the collective wisdom of thousands of colleagues across Europe. They can call a fellow member in another country, for example, to discuss a complex case. They can attend our meetings and learn maybe about techniques they had not considered before. They can contribute their data to Spine Tango and in return benchmark their outcomes against the peers and maybe the best in the world. Now that surgeon is still the same person, but their impact has all of a sudden multiplied. Their patients receive better care, their knowledge grows faster, their innovations reach further. This is not addition, this is multiplication. Now consider what happens when hundreds of such surgeons, or maybe thousands even, surgeons, neurosurgeons, researchers, spine care professionals, come together. We do not just simply add our individual capabilities, we create an entirely new level of possibility. We create EUROSPINE. Now, professional societies like EUROSPINE are so vital because we create the conditions for this multiplication to occur. We build the platforms, we foster the trust, we facilitate the connections, we celebrate the sharing of knowledge. And when we do this well, something magical happens. The whole truly becomes greater than just the sum of its parts. And this is precisely what we have built in EUROSPINE over the years. Now, 27 years ago, precisely, I think on June 26, 1998, something remarkable happened in Innsbruck in Austria. Two European spine societies, the European Spine Society and the European Spine Deformity Society, merged to form EUROSPINE. Now, this was not just simply an administrative merger. It was the first demonstration of our 1 + 1 = 3 principle in action. That merger was the first turning point for EUROSPINE. I had the privilege this year to, in Porto, at the Sulaco meeting, to meet with Carlos Villanueva. I think he's somewhere here in the audience. He was EUROSPINE's very first president. Now here was a man, together with his peers of the two other societies, made a courageous choice 27 years ago. They chose collaboration over competition. They chose unity over independence. They bet that together they could create something much more powerful than either society could be alone. And just look around yourself, they were right. Since then, we have grown into the driving force of spine care in Europe and beyond. We are a community of orthopedic surgeons, neurosurgeons, spine care professionals, and researchers. We represent multiple disciplines. We span multiple countries. We speak multiple languages, yet we unite around one common mission: to optimize patient care and advance spine care excellence. But you know, growth brings complexity. Success brings new challenges. And this brings me to our second turning point, at least in the more recent history of EUROSPINE. Now, in 2013, Ferran Peise was served as president. He's also here somewhere in the audience. He and the EUROSPINE leadership at the time recognized something crucial. In order to go further, the society needed something more than just passion and expertise of its members. It needed a professional business infrastructure. It needed systems, it needed strategy. This was not an obvious insight. Many scientific societies resist business thinking. They worry it will dilute their academic mission, but the EUROSPINE leadership understood something vital. Strong business foundations do not undermine our scientific excellence, they enable it. So EUROSPINE brought in outside business expertise. We established financial viability, we created proper governance structures, we implemented due process, we developed what we call the way forward strategy. We established business rules and legal counsel. We built the professional infrastructure that allows a society to scale. Think about what this means. Before we were excellent surgeons and scientists running a society, and all of a sudden we became a society that empowers our members. This difference is profound. The strong foundation enabled us to build the platform for scientific exchange and education. It allowed us to grow our educational programs. It made possible our quality assurance initiatives. It supported our research activities. It gave us the stability to think long-term and act strategically. And the person who has guided the society through all these years has been the steady hand ensuring our business operations support our scientific mission is Beat Leinbacher, who's also here somewhere in the audience. I want to take this moment to thank him publicly. Your work may happen behind the scenes, Beat, but you have helped us to guide and build the foundation upon which everything else stands now. Now, based on this strong foundation, we have organized our work around 5 mission-critical activities. Clicker is not working. Yeah, here we go. 5 mission-critical activities, as we call them in the EUROSPINE leadership. Now, these 5 pillars are membership, community, and leadership, education, the annual scientific meeting, quality assurance, and research. Each pillar is valuable on its own, but here's the crucial insight. They multiply each other's impact. Let me just show you how by just picking a few examples. In the current presidential line, we have focused intensely on creating an amazing spine community. Last year, you may remember Ahmed Al-Anai's talk focused on fostering membership loyalty. This year, we are building on that foundation by strengthening international collaborations, both with individual colleagues and with other societies worldwide. Consider our collaboration with the Japanese Society for Spine Surgeon-Related Research, the JSSR, for example. In 2024, we signed a memorandum of understanding with JSSR, marking the beginning of a collaboration between our 2 organizations. This is a strategic partnership designed to foster collaboration and multiply knowledge across continents. The centerpiece of this collaboration is our traveling fellowship, which offers 2 young JSSR and 2 young EUROSPINE members or early career members each year, a 2-week fellowship with participation at each other's annual meeting. This year they visited Istanbul, last week they were in Lausanne, and after the annual meeting, the Japanese traveling fellows you see in the picture will visit the spine unit here at the Ries Hospital in Copenhagen. Now these exchanges and visits are extremely valuable and build relationships between individual members, our societies, countries, which may last for a lifetime. 1 fellowship, 2 weeks, but decades of multiplied impact. This is 1 + 1 = 3, playing out in real time. And just this morning, we signed another historic memorandum of understanding, this time with the Scoliosis Research Society, the SRS. The SRS is the world's premier spine deformity society, founded in 1966. It has gained recognition as the leading organization focused on spinal deformities. We have already been in collaboration with SRS, particularly through, for example, pre-day courses or the spring specialty meeting 10 years ago, where our experts have shared platforms. But now we are formalizing and expanding this relationship. What does this mean for EUROSPINE? It means our members gain access to SRS resources. They can register for their meeting at their member rate. It means our young surgeons might, in the future, participate in an SRS EUROSPINE fellowship program. It means that their surgeons can tap into the collective wisdom of both EUROSPINE and SRS. This is how knowledge multiplies across societies. This is how patient care improves globally. This is how we, as a society, as EUROSPINE, create synergy on an international scale. Think about what international collaboration really means. It is not just about attending each other's meeting, it is about creating channels through which innovation and ideas and exchanges flow freely. It is about building a global community committed to advancing spine care. Every international partnership we form creates new pathways for knowledge exchange. Every visiting scholar becomes a bridge between communities. Individually, EUROSPINE is strong, the JSSR is strong, the SRS is strong, but connected, We create a global network of spine surgery excellence that is far more powerful than just the sum of our parts. Now this year, for the first time, we have invited the presidents of our national spine societies in Europe to this annual meeting. One might say it's about time, because we are EUROSPINE after all. But this may seem like a small gesture, but consider what it represents. These are the leaders of spine societies across Europe. Each society represents the spine surgeons of their nation. Each faces unique challenges within their healthcare systems. Each may have developed innovations suited to their local context. By bringing them together here at our annual meeting, we create something special. We may discover common challenges and share solutions, but more importantly, we send a message. We are telling these national leaders, you belong here. Your societies are not subordinate to EUROSPINE. You are partners with EUROSPINE. Through EUSAP, our European Spine Societies Advisory Board, we create a platform where national societies meet as equal partners. When national societies feel connected to EUROSPINE, their members feel connected to EUROSPINE. When their leaders are welcomed, their surgeons feel welcomed. This sense of belonging multiplies engagement. Engaged members contribute more. Contributing members create more value. More value attracts more members, and the cycle amplifies itself. This is not addition. This is multiplication. This is 1 + 1 = 3. But this can be most obviously seen at our annual meeting right now, today. To us, our annual meeting is not just merely a conference. It is our flagship event. It is the beating heart of EUROSPINE. We use a simple phrase to describe what happens here, where science meets education. Now, these 4 words capture something essential about what makes our meeting different. Each year, our annual meeting attracts now several thousand participants from more than 80 countries. You come because something special happens in here. You come because science alone is not enough, because education alone is not enough. But merging the two together with this amazing community creates transformation. This is why we invest so heavily in making our annual meeting exceptional. This is why we refuse to compromise on quality. This is why we work with the best faculty, create innovative formats, and push ourselves to improve every year and every year. Because when we create the conditions to bring together thousands of spine care professionals committed to learning and sharing, we create a force multiplier for the entire field. But education is perhaps where synergy is most visible, and it is where EUROSPINE has also created extraordinary value. Consider EduWeek, our flagship educational event. This is the definitive educational experience in spine surgery. EduWeek is held annually, offering basic and advanced courses through a blended learning approach. It combines e-learning modules, virtual live sessions, and hands-on training at IRCAD in Strasbourg. With an international faculty from across Europe and beyond, they don't just share techniques, but wisdom. Not just knowledge, but judgment. But here's where the multiplication truly happens. EduWeek is not a single event. It is part of an integrated educational ecosystem that creates value far beyond the sum of just its parts. EUROSPINE is setting the standard and has developed something remarkable, and that is the spine diploma syllabus. This is not just our curriculum. This has become the standard across Europe. Through the spine diploma syllabus, we have created harmonization. A surgeon completing our basic diploma has gained competency in a standard, reference-based curriculum. The EUROSPINE spine diploma is now respected on a European level by many spinal societies and federations, but we do not stop there. Our collaboration with the European Association of Neurosurgical Societies, the ENS, has led to something that is potentially groundbreaking. Together we have developed the European training requirements for spine surgery. Now, these training requirements define what every spine surgeon in Europe should know and be able to do. They establish competency-based standards that transcend national boundaries. They create a framework for a subspecialty examination in spinal surgery. We are close to having these training requirements ratified by the UMS, the European Union of Medical Specialists. This represents years of collaborative work and a vision of European spine surgery excellence becoming reality. When ratified, this will be potentially historic. It will establish spine surgery for the first time as a recognized subspecialty across Europe. It will ensure that patients, regardless of where they live, can expect that their spine surgeons to meet internationally recognized standards of competency. This is the power of collaboration. Neither EUROSPINE nor ENS could have achieved this alone, but together, combining our expertise, our network, our legitimacy, something that will benefit surgeons and patients potentially for generations. Now, this is education creating value, not just individual learning, but systemic transformation, not just knowledge transfer, but professional standardization, not just addition, but multiplication. One society's curriculum multiplied through collaboration becomes the European standard. One educational event integrated into a comprehensive pathway transforms careers. One diploma recognized across borders assures quality throughout Europe. Now, let me return to our theme, 1 + 1 = 3, or let's call it the mathematics of synergy. Now, this is not about abandoning mathematical truth. It is about recognizing organizational truth. When individual members join our community, they gain far more than they contribute. A young surgeon's membership fee plus their participation equals access to decades of collective wisdom, international networks, educational opportunities, research platforms, and career advancement that far exceeds their individual investment. When national spine societies join USAP, they gain a collective voice and shared resources that amplify their individual impact. When centers contribute to their data to Spine Tango, they receive benchmarking and insights worth far more than their data entry effort. And when researchers collaborate across borders, they achieve discoveries impossible in isolation. Now, this is the fundamental principle of community. The whole truly is greater than the sum of its parts. This is 1 + 1 = 3, or the mathematics of synergy. But synergy is not automatic. It requires intention. It requires work. We must continue to connect members and societies at our annual meeting. We must continue to provide high-quality education. We must continue to encourage data sharing and collaborative research. Now, we in the presidential line and the EUROSPINE leadership are committed to fostering the conditions for synergy. We are working to strengthen connections between members, to enhance our educational platforms, to support collaborative research, to maintain and improve our quality assurance infrastructure, to ensure our annual meeting remains the catalyst for innovation it has always been. And we will ensure that EUROSPINE remains true to its founding principle, that we are stronger together than apart, just like the two spine societies EUROSPINE was founded from. Now, today, EUROSPINE is more than a spine society. We are a community of communities, a network of networks, a multiplier of individual excellence. Through all 5 of our mission-critical activities, we demonstrate every year that 1 + 1 = 3. Not just because we abandon logic, but because we embrace synergy. Not because we are exceptional individuals, but because we are an exceptional community. Now, together we are the driving force for spine care in Europe and beyond. Together we optimize patient care and advance our field. Together we achieve what none of us could have achieved alone. This is 1 + 1 = 3. And ladies and gentlemen, this is EUROSPINE. Thank you. But there's one more thing. Philippe already alluded to it. For those who know me well in the spine field, they know that I'm a bit of a coffee aficionado. And over the years, the EUROSPINE booth, you might have noticed, they significantly improved the quality of the coffee that we're serving. So for those the members of you can join us this afternoon during the coffee break from 15:30 to 16:15 for Coffee with the President, where I will be together with our barista pulling shots and creating latte art for you. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the meeting.